again, even if you're not taking trades this week, guys, if the markets are slow, if you're just practicing, practice your predictions. It will allow you to gain confidence. The more confidence you have, the more belief you have in yourself. The more belief you have in yourself, the more likely you are to take the appropriate actions. And the more you take the appropriate actions, the more likely you are to achieve the right results. And the more you achieve the right results, the more confidence you have in yourself, and the cycle starts over and over and over again. So don't just, I know, I don't think many of you guys do it, but there are many traders out there that just get deflated when they come in and be like, oh, there's no trades on the table today. Still do analysis, still practice your skill, right? Perfect your skill of making predictions. That's the most important part, right? Practice, 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 practice. When the opportunity comes, which may be far and few between, take advantage of it and then go back to practicing, right? Does that make sense? Do you guys find yourself doing that exercise, analyzing charts, even if you know there's not a trading opportunity? Or are you strictly, if there's no trades, I don't want to see it? Yeah, you gotta trust me. Vince says, no trades identified is good analysis. Yeah. I mean, if you've done everything you did and the market says no, that's good. It would be more concerning if you found trades. Right? That's what I used to do. I used to, if I couldn't, I'm trying to get away from the word finding trades. You don't want to find them. They need to find you. But I got a question about this morning on the platform. And the question was, how did I adapt going from swing trading to day trading? And I started off as strictly a swing trader, right? I was an unemployed, or not unemployed, self-employed swing trader, right? I didn't have any other job. I had nothing to do but stare at charts all day and learn. And with swing trading, I would take maybe 4 to 5 trading opportunities a month, right? Not a day, guys. Not a week. 4 or 5 trading opportunities a month. So I had a massive amount of downtime. And during the beginning stages of my trading, during that downtime, I would basically try to convince myself to trade, right? I would go through my analysis and I'd see nothing, and then I'd go on like some social media or something, or a forum, and I'd see someone else talking about a trading opportunity, and then I would start convincing myself to see the trading opportunity that they are, or that they were, and then I would start following them into the trading opportunity. And what do you think would eventually happen? I would start losing money. Yeah. I would start losing money. So it was at that point, loser. Yeah. It was at that point where I decided, like, hey, I'm gonna treat trading like a sport. And this was the whole, for you guys that saw my trading plan through the course, it says GMS, get money season. That was the kind of the phrase that me and my trading buddy at the time would use, get money season, and we treat it like a sport. That's one of the reasons I do everything in quarters, as well, when I talk about trade evaluation and looking at results. I like a 4-quarter sport. So I would ask myself, Akil, right, when you played sports, right? I played all the way up till college, or in college as well. What did you spend the most of your time doing? Was it actually competing in the sport, or was it practicing? And you guys are smart. What do you think? Yeah, practice, right? We practice 5 days a week. 5 days a week. We play 1 day a week. Okay, 5-to-1 ratio. So I started adapting that same concept to my trading, where it's like, okay, I'm going to do my analysis. That's my game, quote unquote, game day. Whenever I get a trade, that's my game day, right? When I'm not in a game time situation, I'm just going to practice. And I would start giving myself homework on what I want to practice today. Today I'm going to practice moving averages. Today I'm going to practice trend lines. I was doing a whole bunch of weird stuff back then. Not weird stuff, but different stuff back then. So I would just spend time practicing. And I would even set it up for like, back when I played football, we always had like the clock, right? There's a big clock in the background and you spend each time at each station. So it's like one-on-one drills for like 10 minutes. When the clock beeps, you get like a little water break and then you go over to this drill, blocking drill. So I would do the same thing. I would have like, hey, I'm going to spend this much time on this chart working on this thing. And when my buzzer goes off, I'm going to spend this much time on this chart doing this thing. And I would just kill that downtime with practicing. And that's really how I got into day trading, where I wasn't actively day trading as far as like trading an account or anything like that. But I was working on the lower time frames because, I was able to get a live read of the market and the same movement that happens on the 4 hour and a daily, just quicker, right? I was able to get a candlestick every 5 minutes instead of a candlestick every 4 hours. So I was able to practice skills. And eventually I went into day trading as well, mainly only for the educational aspect, to be honest with you. I don't think I'd be, I think I still would have been on the range bar charts. But becoming a trading coach is really what got me into actively day trading, because we needed to run a live trading room. So when the markets are slow, when there are slow periods of times, guys, there's still always something to do. You're always working towards the future, right? Because the most important thing that we develop in trading is our intuition, right? I have, this is new to me within the last probably couple years. That is the most important thing that we can develop is our intuition. And it's new to me because I finally started realizing that I have this trader intuition, right? I have this trader intuition. I never even thought about that before. But over the last couple years, it's really stood out to me because, again, teaching you guys and I'm making these predictions in the market. Dollar yen a couple weeks ago was a good example where I'm like, you know what? I have this feeling that this is going to do this. And I'll do it in my trade review. I'll do it when I'm randomly looking at charts. I have this feeling. I know technically it hasn't showed me it yet, but based on this, I have a feeling that this is what we're going to do. And it's getting more and more accurate. And the only way you get that intuition is from what? What do you get that trader intuition from? Time in the market. It's strictly time in the market, right? Strictly time in the market. For these professional athletes that do all these amazing things in sports, right? We're talking about, again, NBA Finals tonight. So Kawhi Leonard. I was very similar to him in high school on the defensive end. Not very good on the offensive end. But I was very good. I had a lot of steals, right? A lot of steals because I had this intuition. I had this ability to anticipate what the opposing player was going to do. And I would get there. I was physically gifted enough to get there before he did it. So I get like a lot of steals, a lot of blocks, stuff like that. A lot of hustle plays, they call them, right? And that comes from practice. Watching film, looking at tendencies, right? Practically applying it during practice hours. Markets are the same exact way. Watch film, right? Hit that market replay. Review your trading day. Spend time in the live room, even if you're not trading. Rewatch the live room videos, right? Reps in the market. You're basically watching film. Practical application, going through the charts yourself. Making random predictions on random charts. I got a big prediction on the US yuan today, right? Make these big predictions and then see if they come true. Practice. And before you know it, you may suck when you first start. You may suck. You may be like, Lash may be like, we're going to 125. And the market does the exact opposite. You're like, crap. Well, that was off. And obviously in trading doesn't necessarily mean you suck if you make a prediction doesn't work out. But you get what I'm saying. You make all these predictions and it never works out. But then you start getting better. Right? You start learning from each of your moves. And before you know it, and you won't even notice it, guys, it'll just sneak up on you. Before you know it, you start to have this intuition. And your intuition isn't just based off of feeling like a lot of newer traders. It's not just a feeling where it's like, oh, I feel it's going to do this. It's something that you notice. Now, you may not understand what you notice. You may subconsciously be seeing the RSI do something. You may have noted it in your head and you haven't remembered it, but you've seen it 80 million times, and now you're a little bit in your brain is saying, hey, watch this, watch this, watch this. Right? It's taught. It's a skill. And it's awesome when you get there. It really helps you trade in the zone. So I'm excited for my future as I develop this intuition. You guys should be even more excited, because you're going to get it even quicker with the amount of reps that you guys are doing, especially for you guys that are here watching the live room. Because again, what are we doing every day? Even if we're not taking trades, we're analyzing the markets. We're making predictions. We're looking at little tendencies. Hey, this candlestick did this. Watch for that. Great example is right here on the euro dollar. What did we say? Break this level, go down here. What did we do? We broke that level, we went down there. Is it tradable? For someone, I'm sure it is. For many of you, no, it wasn't tradable for me. But the prediction was made and the market followed it up. That's a win, because you're seeing the right things. And if you continuously see the right things, it's only a matter of time before the market gives you an opportunity to get in. And when that opportunity is there, that's when we pounce.